Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The English Sailor, the ultimate channel to leverage and beef up your vocabulary skills. A good vocabulary enables us to interpret and express ourselves coherently. And today we are going to add 10 more new words into our vocabulary stock. So let's get started. In his book The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho mentioned that when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Well, almost all the words are familiar to us. So what excites me the most is the word conspire. So what is the meaning of the word conspire? Conspire in the sense seem to be working together to bring about a particular result. You can conspire with someone, meaning you team up with another person to plot against someone else, or you can conspire against someone. This means you simply devise a scheme to do harm to that person. Conspire also can be used in a more figurative sense to describe events that can cause problems like bad weather that may conspire against your picnic plans or a series of engineers that conspire against a basketball team struggling to make the playoffs. So conspire seem to be working together to bring about a particular result. Next, if suppose by the time you're just able to step out of the office and your boss assigns you another work, so what is going to be your emotion at that point of time? It's going to be extremely frustrating and irritating. So here comes our next word, exasperating. Exasperating means something that's frustrating or irritating. So it means the extreme frustration or extreme irritation. That wandering about of thoughts was even more exasperating when she sat down to write. Whatever she did, however exasperating she might be, he would always adore her. These occasions were often exasperated as well as fatiguing. Something that's exasperating is extremely frustrating or irritating. And next, well, a lot majority of us we just simply invest money in the stock market without actually calculating the risk factor involved behind it. And here it comes our next word, fiasco. A fiasco is a disaster. It's not a natural disaster like an earthquake or a volcano. A fiasco is usually the result of a human failure. So, for example, as we just discussed previously, so investing in the stock market without actually doing the proper research is an act of fiasco. Coming to the usages, this entire fiasco is to stop people who want to build the wall, he told her reporters afterward. Her hands were now planted firmly on her hips, and there was a look on her face which seemed to say, I was no part of this fiasco. Fiasco means a human failure, a disaster as a result of human failure. Fiasco. Let's say you are a big fan of Celine Dion and you just came back from her concert and your friend asks, how was her performance? You can say it's a fantastic and fabulous. Well, if you compress fantastic and fabulous into one single word, it is going to be fantabulous. Fantabulous in the sense which is fantastic and fabulous at the same moment, which is something which is very good of the highest quality. What a fantabulous performance it is. All you have to do to win this fantabulous prizes is answer the following questions correctly. Fantabulous, something which is fantastic and fabulous at the same moment. So, in a village, there is a village called Kuldara in Rajasthan. So, which was once a habitat, which was once a habitat for more than 500 people. But in the due course of time, the villages they just started migrating towards the towns and the cities, and that entire village was completely forgotten. So, do we have a word for this? Yes, we do, and it is oblivion. So, oblivion means the state of being forgotten completely. Oblivion can also mean total forgetfulness, like what patients with dementia or new parents feel if you find yourself putting the crackers in the fridge and milk in the cupboards or forgetting your own phone number. You might be experiencing oblivion. I face an incoming tide of forgetting and then oblivion. Oblivion means the state of being forgotten. Oblivion, the state of being forgotten completely. We all know that heavy rains in our country they flood the entire cities. So the heavy and continuous rainfall flood the low-lying areas in the city. As a result of which, the commuters they frequently face trouble in moving from one point to another. So, what is the term to express the continuous rainfall? It is incessant. Something incessant, it continues without interruption. The incessant rain tickled his cheeks and mixed with blood from his mouth, dripping red by the time it hit the ground. Something that's incessant means it just simply continues without any interruption, like the incessant rainfall, the incessant wandering of the thoughts, and many other things. Okay, so as you can see, we have three different pictures: a vampire, a werewolf, and a Superman. Well, we know that a vampire cannot withstand a garlic, and a werewolf cannot withstand a silver bullet, and a Superman he cannot withstand a kryptonite. So these are the three things they absolutely cannot withstand. And the word that you can use to describe this is anathema. Anathema is something that one absolutely and positively cannot withstand. For example, as we discussed previously, garlic is anathema to vampires, kryptonite to Superman, and a silver bullet to a werewolf. It brought the tears to his own eyes to witness such distress, yet his feelings towards Godfrey was not all anathema. Anathema means something that one absolutely and positively cannot stand. So, what does this picture represent? So, it represents that someone is criticizing the other person harshly, and at many times it just happens publicly. So, here comes our word animadvert. So, when you animadvert upon something, you criticize it openly and harshly. Animadvert means criticizing someone openly and harshly. Nor do I propose to animadvert upon the forgery itself. This is a clear injustice. I shall not be afraid to animadvert upon it. Animadvert to animadvert upon something means to criticize it openly and harshly. So, what does this picture represent? Of course, it represents the horrific picture of a ghost. And yes, we have the most gorgeous term to describe about the ghost. You might be wondering what can be the gorgeous term that can be used to describe about the ghost. Yes, we do have, and it is phantasm. If you have ever caught a glimpse of a ghostly figure late at night, you have seen a phantasm, something that only appears to exist. Clearly, this forest was a bad place, full of haunting phantasms. All evidence of a mortal life are only as the phantasms of a hallucination. Phantasm is nothing but it is simply a ghost, to put it together. So, what does this action represent? It clearly indicates that the person is just tearing the paper, and the best way to describe about this action is asunder. So, asunder is an adverb that means into separate pieces. I dare say that if it weren't for the rebels, even our happy community would be torn asunder. But the two ideas dwelt asunder in his mind. So asunder means to split into parts or to tear into parts. Asunder. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. In case if you have any feedback or suggestions, so please do write in the comment section below. I will definitely cater to it. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching once again. Have a great day.